Yeah, what's going on, guys? This is an episode of the Jerks Podcast. I'm your host, Mark Carsky, with my co-host, Dylan. I almost said Dylan Mom. Fuck, dude.
I know,
I just
I'm
miss
disappointing.
him. You are, because you lost against Vlad. Danny Hamel and Dan McCarty. I'm just giving you shit, dude. Those are great. You guys did great. You did the Chicago roast battle. It's not about winning or losing. It's just like getting a burpee.
Did you watch the whole thing?
Yeah.
Like to the end?
Oh, wait. No, I didn't hear the voting because I knew the outcome.
Yeah, it was 3-2.
Yes.
3-2.
It was 3-2.
That's good. That's close. At least you didn't get swept like AJ, you know,
Right.
fucking 4 times.
Like the thing was, I wrote jokes, I went there to get laughs, and I got my fucking laughs.
That's all.
you
That's
know?
what it's all about.
And so, yeah,
I
like
would say the only people who care about the win or loss is like the crowd, because they'll come up, they'll be like, "Congrats on winning." I'm like, I don't care.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm like, as long as you don't bomb.
And to be honest, Vlad is just so likable. Like
Yeah.
he's adorable,
He
and he's
kind of-
got an accent.
He cheated.
And honestly, dude, like I fucking couldn't understand most of what he was saying. So I was
really-
like, I don't know how to come up with a comeback if I don't.
I couldn't either. I would have just kept saying, "Can anybody understand this fucking guy?" But they're laughing. I'm like, how?
I thought I was like I should have said that. But
Say my favorite was the judge who was like, it looks like it's cocaine versus marijuana. Like,
Oh, that's funny. Fuck.
Vlad had his chains out and everything.
Dude,
Tucked in shirt.
I loved.
Like a fucking drug dealer.
Wait, I have to go get my e-cig. Keep talking.
about what?
I don't know what to do without Mark here.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I don't know. I have been
captain.
puffing e-cigs though.
Oh, why? Did
Oh,
you just
just 'cause
quit
they're
weed
there.
so that you could do that?
Well, I've
That's
picked
not a
up
healthy
weed again.
decision. Oh,
I've
okay.
jumped back on the
Adam
weed
C,
train.
everybody. Wait, so you
Welcome.
started vaping? Like, did you used to smoke cigarettes?
I've smoked cigarettes for a long time.
Have you still been?
No,
Okay.
I have not had a
Were
cigarette
you
in like
crave-
5 years.
Were you craving it?
No,
Okay.
but people like you and some others in the
Make it
scene
look
have
cool.
their vapes, and I'm just like, let me get that vape, and then so I'll just sit there and like rip vapes. Like I was just ripped. You know, Max Vielma. He was at Taylor Street Tap last night, and I was just like, let me get your vape. And I just fucking ripping clouds. I was
Do you like
God, I'm
a
such a piece of
flavor?
shit.
Is there a flavor you're drawn to?
Yeah, whatever I can get.
Do you
That's
Well,
whatever
do you have a
somebody else
preference?
has.
Like when you get mine and it's just like mint, like a Newport, are you like disappointed? Like, do you want it to be cotton candy?
No, I hate the flavors. I don't like the flavors.
Those are
I
too
smoked
sweet.
Reds for years.
Okay.
And then I quit for like 2 years, and then I came back and I smoked Newports for like the
Let's
next
go.
8 years
Yeah, I
of
smoked-
smoking.
I
And then I was
smoked
like, all
Newports.
right, I'm dunsies.
Dude, they were a delicacy,
rough.
dude. First
Newports are delicious,
It was
dude.
it was L&M menthol, but then when I had a little bit of extra cash in college, I get some Newports. You know what I'm saying?
the hell in them.
Yeah, dude.
Every now and again,
that just
I'd like
made me
to-
want a fucking cigarette, dude. I haven't had one in like 6 years.
L&M's. Those
did,
are bomb cigarettes.
They are, dude. They're for bitches for sure. Just like the Camel Crushes, whore cigarette, dude.
I don't-
Camel
yeah,
Crushes,
I got
well,
sluts.
yeah. I mean, it's the weakest fucking menthol. They're like, it's
Until
a
you
little
crush
breath
it, and it's
yeah,
like-
and then you crush it, and you're like, oh, it's a weak fucking menthol. A Camel Crush doesn't hold a flame to a Newport.
I feel like it's
Even
more minty.
crushed. No,
Yeah, it's
you're
like-
out of your mind.
You never have you smoked any?
You're not
looking at us
smoking.
like,
You're not smoking a
I'm
pack
not
a
a
day. You don't
cigarette
have the
smoker.
tongue for it. You know.
One
I don't
time,
think I
my,
smoked
my
pellet.
dad, because I was like a little kid running around, I was like 5 or 6,
You-
and
you
I was
were- wait,
like,
you were
I'm
what?
gonna smoke cigarettes when I'm older, like
you
my
were a
dad.
little kid once.
Yeah, once. And
thought he was
my
birthed like
dad
that.
he heard me saying all this. He handed me his cigarette. He was like, "Oh yeah, try it." And I puffed on it. I thought I was gonna fucking die.
My dad did
It's
that
the
to
only
his
time I ever
nephew.
tried.
You still look like a fucking child, Danny.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad. That's my nephew. Because he's like, "Can I try?" You're the same thing. And he's like, "Yeah, go ahead."
Right.
And the kid never smoked his entire life.
Yeah.
You know, I got
Might have
sick
been
the
me.
first time I dipped. I dip in tobacco, you know.
Yeah.
First time I got sick, and then I was like, God, what a rush. I fucking chewed for years.
Really?
I would chew. People always ask me how I got nice teeth. I'm like, I chew tobacco, smoke cigarettes, I drink red wine, black coffee, and I brush my teeth twice a day. I don't know what to tell you.
Wow.
It's probably the brushing the teeth is
All the
probably
healthy
Yeah, just like
vices.
brush. People are like,
that, it would be really bad.
yeah. No, you just take care of your fucking teeth. They're important. They're all the ones you got.
They
you know.
are.
Yeah.
You went all the way to Taylor Street Tap and you didn't go to fucking Trigger Warning, dude? What are you thinking?
Correct. Well, my girlfriend's up in Ravenswood, so on Mondays I'll go to Taylor Street Tap, and I'll go up in Ravenswood and hang out.
Okay, fuck.
So I gotta go downtown. I get to see the lady. And
So when I was at Trigger Warning, you were getting your dick sucked? Is this what you're telling me right now?
yes,
Awesome. That's fucking awesome.
And you were sucking dick. Is that right?
I ate a dick on stage.
did
That's
you
what
eat
he's
a dick
getting
on
at.
stage? Yeah,
I didn't suck it though. I bit it.
taking a chunk out. I did go
Like
to trigger
Cody
warning like
Ashley.
2 weeks ago.
Get it over with.
And the first fucking like 2 minutes, just I ate shit, just mouthfuls of shit. But then when at the end when they're like, give us your most offensive stuff, then I was like, all right, I got this in the pocket, and it went well. And then I went one too far, and it died on a fart, and I fucking all right, I gotta
They
leave.
said make your most offensive joke, and one went too far. And
Well,
they
like,
asked
you know, like it went laugh, and then you tag it, and
Yeah.
it's just lands flat like a wet fart, and you're like, oh,
I should have
should've
ended
stopped.
it before that, huh?
Yeah, I should have stopped on the last one. That's what I mean, too far. Not like
okay.
You know my joke. I don't have anything
I
that could
literally
be
was
considered
thinking-
like too far.
Yeah, I was like, what did he even say? I was like, what
must
joke
hate
did he
people.
say?
he dropped a Shih Tzu joke, and everyone was like,
Making jokes about noodles. And people in the crowd are like, oh, this fucking guy's an asshole.
"This guy, he wants to fucking eat some fucking noodles. I got some strong opinions to the otherwise." All right.
That's amazing. So
Yeah, I went to a ramen restaurant for the first time the other day with the kids, man.
Red
Ooh.
Robin.
No, just a ramen.
Like your
a
kids?
Oh, ramen.
Yeah,
Oh.
you
What
like
kids?
these ramen places? You like you a ramen fan?
I eat the 69-cent ramens.
Yeah.
Okay.
not the
The
home ramen, like a-
$16 ramen. You realize why it's $16. You're like, oh, this fucking slaps. Like,
does
yeah,
slap, right?
it's so good.
I'm like
Yeah.
too picky of an eater to really get the full experience. Like I'm not gonna get pork in my ramen.
We got
You don't
like
eat
something
pork?
similar to
No.
chicken.
I'm not a big meat
had
eater, dude. It's
chicken,
gross to me.
Really?
Yeah, it's like I'm a texture eater. So like if it's like not cooked right and I can feel that it's like I'm biting through flesh, I'm like,
Yeah.
this is fucking gross. But I don't care about animals.
You like
I-
bacon?
I was about to say I'll get an Impossible Burger and I'll be like with bacon, just so they know I'm not gay. You know, I just don't like.
It's just got a crunch.
Yeah, well, bacon's incredible. I would love. I don't care
Yeah.
who has to die for bacon.
What if it's soft bacon and it feels kind of...
No, I like it soft.
What if it's human bacon?
I don't give it tastes that good. Fucking run it.
You know they call humans long pigs.
We are the closest anatomically
Long
to
pigs.
pigs. That's why we use
Long
their valves,
pigs.
their heart valves and stuff.
You had a good premise there, like how like you get the bacon so it's not gay, kind of like a let me get an Impossible Burger. I love pussy.
Yeah, I was trying to figure it out because it landed flat between you guys when I said so I'm not gay. I'm like, probably won't say it on stage then if Danny didn't even chuckle. You know?
No, I liked it.
I
I liked
did.
it. I just had something else to say. I was like, I'm not gonna let your joke land if it's gonna maybe
I
stop me
have
from
something
saying
to say.
something. Yeah. Man,
I
also,
also have
I
a
totally
talking stick.
railroaded you, man. What are you talking about ramen? Tell me about this ramen.
And you took your
No,
kids.
I like the ramen. I like
The ramen.
it's good stuff.
Or kids, when the kids see it, they're like, why is there a big spoon?
No, yeah, my youngest.
Why do all these people
Do you
look the same?
slurp? Do you slurp or do you sip?
my kids were
Sup.
like
He slurp.
they had a classic response. They like the at home shitty ramen better.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, Dad, what should we make is
I'm like,
better.
you guys like it? They're like,
I think the stuff at the restaurant might have a more refined palate
Yeah.
than just the sodium-based packet, because that salt's delicious. You're making a face like what's going on?
Yeah, the ramen at the house is a softer noodle, right? It's a
Sodium-based, I don't know,
softer
it made
noodle.
me
Yeah,
just...
it's
you
like
made
mushy.
the face my Shih Tzu makes when he's angry. That's exactly what he looks like.
What do
Not
you usually-
threatening.
Is that when you kick it usually?
I love to kick my dog.
Kick them.
My dog will growl at specific women who I shouldn't date.
Wow.
It's worked every time. He picks
Interesting.
them out. He's right.
So he just barks at everyone.
That's why I'm gay. Speaking of gay, should I go on a date with the girl who has a husband?
Yeah, if you want to get into that fucking muddy pool.
Is it like an open relationship or a secret?
I think they're open. I think she
Well,
was. I think
then-
she said that I wasn't listening.
If that's the case, then why not? You know,
Yeah.
that's up to you. But like,
Yeah, I feel like I would have no like obligations in that. She'd be like, "Why are you talking to me?" Be like, "Talk to your husband."
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, it's not a.
it's murky waters.
It's a terrible idea and it's gonna hurt, but it's for the bit. I'm gonna be
Like,
here
it
next
will be a
week.
good story if he joins in, if he kicks the shit out of me. Either way, it's a story.
That almost happened to me.
It
once.
would
Is he
be
gonna be
great to
watching
hear
and
some new
drinking off in the
material.
closet? Is
He can watch.
Is he home? Is he?
I
not
did
home?
I did know a friend of a girl I used to date. She had friends who were into that, right?
I do it as
like
well.
the guy was like, I'm into my wife getting fucked by other dudes, and he like really liked like sloppy seconds and stuff. Like, he lost his virginity at the end of a train when he was like 12, and it fucking fritzed his brain out. It
Poor
fritzed his
guy.
brain out.
That'll do it.
And so she was like,
the Virginia
you know,
train. That's wild.
dude,
cool.
she goes, they
Those are
want to
some fun
fuck one of your
12-year-olds.
friends. Because
Yeah,
I was
were
in
they
the
all
Navy
other
at the time.
virgins, too?
They're like, they want to
No.
fuck one of the Navy guys. And so I was like, all right, she was just like an old lady, but I had some fucking D-gen friends, and I introduced them one, and they hooked up, and then she was like, my girlfriend later tells me, she's like, yeah, no, they had the room decked out in cameras, like he was watching in the other room. I was like, oh my God.
Pretty cool.
Dude, what an invasion of privacy.
You guys, you ever fuck a dude's wife? Any of you guys?
Get a close up of your
Not to
friend's
my
butthole.
knowledge.
Yeah, you fucking.
Danny's a dirty
well,
dog.
Danny's been paid to do it, so
Danny's
I have
an
to
evil
pay
boy.
to do it. You just get paid. You get jerked off at work, dude. I don't want to hear it. I never want to hear you complain ever again. No, I'm just letting you know for the future. You made $1,300 in a night. You cannot complain about it. One time, this one guy, he was like, I was in Hollywood, and we were at this like restaurant. This guy got like in line. He got us through the line, and we were eating dinner with him. And I was like, I think this guy wants us to go back. I was like with the chick. I was like, I think he wants us to go back and fuck his wife. And she's like, I think so too. And so I went back to the hotel, and his wife is there, and she's like, what, Mike? He's like, they're here. They're here to have sex. And she's like, okay. And then we got on the bed, and then both of the girls didn't want to fuck him, and he got really mad. And then ripped his wife off the bed and threw her across the room by her leg.
Wow.
Isn't this funny?
No, that sounds
Thank
like
you for giving me that tag that I use so often.
Dude, I
to
think it's
escape.
perfect for you because it's only something you could say after
Something
something
fucked up.
really fucked up. Yeah.
Yeah, he told me, he's like, say, like when I said, isn't that funny? Once when something is like terrible, like my cousin being a murderer, and people don't laugh.
Isn't this funny?
It's a nice way out.
Yeah, nice
Okay.
little safe chuckle I
Building
can
it
get.
up. Yeah, isn't that
Like
funny?
I'm aware that you guys don't think this is funny, but I kind of do, actually.
It's your tagline now.
Yeah, runs in my blood. You think you could kill a person? Into the mic,
If
yeah.
need be.
Not a good. Well, I think that's everybody.
Yeah, I think only self-defense.
I
is
asked the
really-
guy. He was a new comedian. He already quit. Thank God. I was like,
Depends on if they're Mexican or not.
I was gonna say, are they Puerto Rican? Yeah, they're Mexican. You shoot them. You just.
Well, in that case, it's a standoff. Nobody dies today.
Imagine you in like cowboy boots doing a standoff. You would cheat, dude. You'd be like, yeah, 3 steps. Yeah. At 2, and you turn around and shoot him.
If it was a
Wait, why
Mexican,
didn't they do that more? There
I'm
was
sure
honor.
they did.
It
Who
definitely
the fuck
happened.
knows
It
what
definitely
happened back then,
I've
dude?
seen the movies.
There you go. That's
No,
a
I
good
haven't.
point.
That was a lie.
That's
I haven't
point.
seen. I haven't seen.
They did
that.
that in the
There are a
movies
lot of
sometimes.
historically accurate films about the Wild West.
Yeah.
There was a
Clint
lot of
Eastwood shit's
biographies.
accurate.
The what?
The Clint Eastwood shit. Where he has the stoner rug, the Danny shirt.
Talking about the Gran Torino. Oh no, the Good, the Bad, and the
His-
Ugly.
Yeah, his cowboy shit.
the
The man, he's like
spaghetti
a
westerns.
man without a name, right?
Is spaghetti western an
He's got
actual
a-
genre?
He's got a giant cock
It's
but no name.
westerns that were filmed in
Same.
Italy, and so that's why they're all in Italian. So that's why the lips don't sync up. A Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, A Fistful of Dollars, A Few Dollars More, all filmed in Italy.
Yeah, it's just Clint Eastwood shooting wops for 2 hours straight. Each one of those movies.
It's true.
Like with a camera?
No, he's
In the movie,
murdering-
he's just
he's
shooting
murdering them. He's murdering them. Deservedly so.
I heard Shane Gillis. He was
I
like,
think that's
Italians are the last people we could just be openly racist about. Like WAP, you could just. That's fine. That's cool.
It's
Wet
because
ass
it's-
pussy.
It's because they were duped by Hitler.
Pig.
Who wasn't? What do you?
He's like, oh,
Yeah, or
WAP is
Dago.
Wet Ass Pussy, Guinea
True.
Pig.
Guinea
what else
pig.
you got? These are fucking friendly names.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just a chink in my armor. You know, it's not.
Hey, Mark, I don't know
There's
if you
a
want to go
Chinese
apply
guy
for
inside of
SNL
your
with that
armor
one out there. It's,
Oh, there goes my dream of being on SNL. That was the best thing that's ever happened to Shane Gillis.
oh, yeah.
He's too funny for SNL.
I think so.
I think he's one of the best working comedians.
That's what I heard on a podcast
Get
the
off
other
his
day.
there.
dick, bro.
I would fuck you, Shane. I'd have to suck him off. No, probably. I've watched his special 4
Yeah,
times, and I
he-
hate watching.
he's
stand-up.
watching this.
He is. He is for sure watching. this.
25 minutes in.
But he's got a great special.
I've been tagging him in every post, so he's at least aware.
Notice Mark, please. Have you noticed Mark?
I'm buying cameos from him, and I'm just like, please, for my friend.
Cameo's it's a great app.
Yeah, I would do a cameo. If anybody wants to buy a cameo, hit me up. I'll say whatever.
My cameos are $50 a pop. So if anybody wants one,
Yeah, I'll do one for 75.
mine are 100.
There you go. There you go. That's called market, baby.
Capitalism, son.
I'll be giving hand jobs in the parking lot for $10.
Kevin,
Like he pays you $10.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
He
Oh, it's
pays
kind of
you
like a Brian
$10.
Johnson
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah.
He paid to finger a girl in the butthole. He paid her $300.
Oh, in the butthole.
Wait, who was it? What
Brian Johnson.
did he?
Yeah, paid to. I mean,
Oh, so he says.
he respects women highly.
because he pays
Got
them.
consent and paid her for her to come. It's pretty good. She didn't come, but
My first thought of that dude when I met him, I'm
in
like,
the butt. I don't know
I'm
how
like,
that
this
works.
guy's on point.
Brian Johnson, you saw him and you go, "This guy's on point."
This guy's on point, dude.
Knows what's going on.
Yeah, he has a real grasp of what's going on.
Get a good grasp of things.
Especially when he gets on stage, he's like, "I was jerked off for." I'm like, "This guy's okay."
That's my favorite opener in the Chicago scene. I got to be honest with you.
It's
Nobody
pretty good.
else quite hits like that, you know.
Because that'll make your ears perk up. You're like, "What is this?"
Wait a second. You look up from your phone.
You're about to
You're
leave, and you're
what?
like, "Wait a minute, let's 5 more minutes. We could." This guy might say something profound, or pull a gun.
Yeah.
So we were talking about like what places you think is best for stand up. Like, do you guys it's like L.A., New York, and like I don't think Austin is like a real, like a real place because like there's like hundreds of people going to like Joe Rogan's open mic, and that just sounds terrible. Like
Yeah.
imagine a line of 100 people, and you're just like,
Oh,
just here for
barf.
4 minutes
Yeah,
for Joe Rogan to not notice me.
that'd be a lot of stress and a
Yeah.
long fucking night.
Yeah, I wonder when it's gonna be like you were there, but like did it almost feel like you were just like waiting in line at like Six Flags, like a lot of wasted time.
Yeah.
No, because they put a lot of mics in the same area, so you could like sign up for
Ah,
that, then one next door, then one 2 doors down, and then one in the alley, and yeah.
Just
So you're
in a
gonna get up
dumpster.
somewhere. So it's like it's but LA is fucking LA, right?
yeah, that's where it's at. You didn't do any stand up last time you did it. You're making the most like you have the stomach
These
issues
are my
right
thinking
now.
faces, I
He
guess.
keeps going like this.
I'm just like considering what you're saying, and that's the face.
I'm just trying to keep this afloat
Sorry,
right now.
man. It's been a
okay.
long day.
Yeah. What did you do today to lay out?
Oh,
You're planting.
yeah, it was a greenhouse job today.
Would you plant some sprouts? I worked a 12-hour day, hard labor. What the fuck did you do?
Yeah, I made
today?
a YouTube
Long
video
day?
today,
What time
dude.
did you sleep till, bro? I woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning after 4 hours of sleep. You
Sucks
son
to
of a
be you,
bitch.
dude.
Yeah, that does. Dude, I woke up without an alarm at 1:30 p.m. today.
You piece of shit, Mark. What the fuck?
It's great.
dude?
Yeah, my videos.
That
My
sounds
job. I'm
great.
about to post it. My job. I just sat in front of a camera today.
Yeah.
What'd you do for hard? You said hard labor.
Yeah, I
What
was
do you-
on the
damn.
sun.
Where do you work?
Working, dude.
What do you
Crunching.
do for work? Construction?
I was giving hand jobs in the parking lot.
$10. This man,
piece.
he's losing money.
How many?
The best
Like,
job, the
Starts
worst
at
job
5
for you.
a.m.
My wrist hurts, dude.
Like
Dude,
I
you-
pay $10 for lunch, and I'm like, God damn, there goes all my money. You know.
Yeah, there goes a whole hour. I'm trying to imagine you working.
I make them come fast. Each dick is about
So you get a
3.5
lot of-
minutes. So.
Oh, and you still get paid for that whole hour.
Well, yeah, no,
You're working
it's-
smarter,
get
not
paid-
harder.
I get paid to make you nut, however long it takes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like
So
the
it's
faster.
3.5 minutes. I make $10 in 3.5 minutes.
You think
fun.
somebody's sitting there going like, "Low, Adam, I know I can, but I paid for the whole hour.
I
I want to fucking hang out with you. Can you tell me that you think I'm cool?
I
like,
I
That's
be
think,
an
nice
extra
to me
five.
for
I
a
think you
while."
have to leave because this old friend of mine rented out a porn star to lose his virginity to last year for $5,000 for a nut for 2 hours, and he only got
I was gonna
1
say,
hour.
you got to give me that name so I could go do it for free
Yeah.
and just feel better.
I
about
wish I
myself.
could talk to him and just ask him.
Oh, you don't know the name?
No, of the girl, no.
Oh,
I would
yeah.
totally say it out loud on
Yeah.
the body. I don't give a fuck, but especially if I knew, because then I would just hit her up.
You said he lost his virginity to her or what?
Yeah.
He's like, I
At
want to.
28. He got his dick pierced before he had sex.
He's like, I want a busted pussy.
Good for him, I guess.
I want a large vagina.
Yeah, it
Well,
would
he
be
had
good
a
for him
piercing on there, so he couldn't go for a virginal woman.
if he had that type of disposable income. Speaking of virginal woman, did you know there's a surgery women are getting to get their hymens put back in?
Is that like before their
born-again virgin?
parents get the dowry? Like they need to prove? Her dad's like, listen, honey, we got 6 goats riding on this. I need you to put that back.
Yeah, kind of, honestly, because I saw one of the things I read was like, one of the people who got it done, a 17-year-old. I was like, whoa, first, what the fuck? And the girl said, I got it done because in my culture, men, when you get married, they expect you to bleed the first time. And I was like, Jesus Christ.
You get some of those like costume
smart
makeup,
woman.
fake blood capsules, and just
Put
stuff
it in
them
your
in
pussy.
there. You know. I mean, if you're desperate, I mean, why do you
Just
have to
plan out your
replace a
cycle.
part of your body?
Apparently, it's really easy to replace the hymen.
What is like a
Like it's a
bubble?
piece of Scotch tape, right?
Like a-
Yeah, they just go,
Like-
they go oh, it's not stuck? Without gloves.
That's the thing where you roll a piece of tape up in a circle,
Yeah.
sticky part out.
I learned this in kindergarten. This arts and crafts came pretty useful, dude.
Well, it sucks to be a lady, I guess. I did notice, a lot of women, they break their hymen riding horses. I was watching this white lady movie.
That's how I broke mine.
It was called The Sugar Plum Murders. And these guys walk up, and they walk up to this lady, and she's riding a horse like it's normal. It's like, that's how you know it's white people movies. I
I thought you were gonna be
they're
like,
just riding horses
"There's
like
pussy
it's
blood
real.
on this horse's mane.
That's what I thought he was going to say, too. Like, why is there blood on this horse?
Have you ever
Oh, I
seen
could've
any
gone- that would've
other
been-
race on a horse?
I've seen Django Unchained.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Good
Jamie
one.
Foxx.
Good
Hey,
What was your question?
prayers up to
Any
Jamie
other
Foxx.
race on a horse?
Yeah.
No, I've been to the racetracks. Weirdly, all white. I guess we're the
White and
fastest
very
on a
short.
horse.
Have
Yeah.
you never seen The Magnificent Seven, you son of a bitch? Denzel Washington. Maine cowboy. Black
haven't.
dude. Horse.
I only watch one black cowboy movie a year.
Not to mention,
There's a lot to get through. I don't want to, think they're all like that.
in the Greeks, they love horses. They oughta.
Trojans? Is that they're like, we love horses so much, we'd love a giant wooden horse
Wait.
in
Th-
our
th-
town square.
Did that actually,
Sure, we'll take it.
that happened, right? Like they
Yeah,
found
it's called history, bro.
that,
Yeah, it's
but isn't
the
that
fall of the Trojan Empire.
the dumbest thing ever? Isn't that just retarded?
They
Yeah.
didn't have the internet, Mark.
Yeah, they didn't.
What?
They
They're
weren't
just
able
like
to Google what's a
giant
Trojan
wooden
horse.
No
Cool,
way.
yeah. They were like,
Wait, no, they had Google
nobody
was
had
around.
thought of that before. They were like, why would people be inside this giant wooden horse? It doesn't even make sense. You know what's inside of horses? Fucking hay. Hay
but
and intestines.
They were like, the gods made this for us. That's so nice of them. And then they wheeled it into the middle of their town
Well,
and
no,
died.
it's like the Statue of Liberty being
They literally, yeah.
yeah, but
filled
like,
with dudes.
it was
if
made
that
in
was filled
pieces.
with
It
Frenchmen
could've been-
murdering
Well,
murderous
kind
Frenchmen.
of, because they built the Liberty thing piece by piece. They just brought the horse on wheels, and they're like, "Here you go."
Yeah, and they were like, well, it's good that these guys we've been feuding with
Yeah,
are
these guys we've been fighting with.
fucking like really
years.
writing up. Like they've been working really hard on this horse and shit. Maybe they've had a change
Were
of heart.
people just
you
better
know?
people back then? They were like, "Oh, I would never go
They
against
believed
my
in
word,
honor, bro.
Yeah, but evidently not.
Well, that's,
They used their boats to make this horse, and somehow they still got back home.
Well, the giants.
yeah, they all disappeared.
yeah, there was not one thought of like, let's check this. They might be planning something.
And I imagine how many people can fit in a horse.
There had to have been one guy.
Knock on it. Is it hollow?
There had to have been a guy who brought it up, like as an idea. And they're
Like,
like,
I
"Shut
don't
the
know
fuck
about
up,
this.
dude. You idiot!
Maybe we should check out.
People can't
no,
fit. There's no door.
It's
Look,
from the gods.
they built it for us.
Fucking,
That must have been really scary though, getting wheeled in there.
yeah.
Just like, like the guys who hide out in Walmart for 24 hours. Like,
This is what we trained for.
you guys ever have a close call hiding from the cops?
Ooh.
I once hid underneath an evergreen tree and had like the large bough or whatever, and I crawled under there and hugged the trunk, and there's like cops walking around.
was from a
And I was
party.
just like, yeah, it was from a party. Here's the thing, I hadn't even been drinking. I was just like, I'm fucked if I get caught, and so I just ran.
And it's fun to run from the police.
It is. We used to just
I
like
miss that.
we would walk, when we're like 15, 16, whatever, we're just walking like a group of 6 dudes and we see a cop, we just go, scatter! And
Oh.
like, and I'll just run and see if he takes chase.
You see, we
And
would
just
used,
like, I
we
don't
used
know.
to break into people's cars at that age, and then the cops would come.
Oh, well, I mean, there's the difference. That's why I don't have
You're
any
a good
tattoos.
person. You're a good person. I look like I've done the things I've done.
Mark, Mark got a tattoo for every car he broke into.
Hey, do
like
you have
individual letters.
Do you have tattoos all over your body, or just where people can see them?
Just where people can see them. I'm very narcissistic.
You don't have like a belly tattoo or a chest piece?
Too fat for the belly. Got to lose 10 more pounds for the chest.
You don't have like a power button tattooed on your penis or anything
No
like
tramp
I don't
that?
have
stamp.
enough dick. I do have a tramp stamp.
Yeah.
So it's the infinity symbol and it says family.
Oh, that's nice. So like family only. Mm-hmm. Infinitely. Yeah.
Jinx, you owe me a relationship.
Okay.
I was
thought it
going
would
to
be that-
I'm blushing
we'll talk.
now.
I thought it'd be that handprint from Total Recall.
like Wilson, Tom Hanks.
What were we talking about prior to this? I had something to say.
You're
Oh,
talking
run away
about,
from the cops, dude.
I
Running
thought
from
you
the
were talking
cops,
about
man.
trying to get a little person, trying to entice a little person to do your podcast with cocaine.
We were talking about
I would love for a
ramen
little
noodles.
person to, I would do
expensive ramen
cocaine with a
noodles.
little person.
Are we just we're highlighting the track? Danny's concentration face. Is that the same face you make when you shit?
No, I was like,
He looks like he
Ooh.
could play one of the Germans in like an Inglourious Bastards type, the evil one.
Yeah, if you like
Yeah.
you shaving a
Right.
haircut, you could play a villain.
Yeah.
Like put on a button up instead of a tie dye,
like
bro.
the
You're like
unassuming villain.
You
Yeah, you're
look
an-
like an
you're an-
evil European dude.
I say you're an outfit change from villainy, dude.
You know, like how Kylo Ren kind of looked like a bitch? You.
Thanks, man.
You. like people are like, he's crying, but he's leading this army right now.
They're all just like they just don't know what his face looks like. That's how he's gotten this far. Like
Literally.
anybody with a scary mask can lead an army, man. Like
So cool.
Like the Alexander the Great took over the entire known world at like 21 or some shit.
yeah, fucking wild. People were different back
testosterone,
then,
dude.
dude.
yeah, but like that was more than half of. He was already past half of his life at that point. People were dying at like 35.
That's a good point.
So they kind of had to have their shit together.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, they're like, dude, you're an old man. 21? Are you kidding me? My dad died at 26. That's insane.
21, I was like, I'm happy I could drink a beer.
Right.
God. Yeah, 21's cool. I don't know. Bars, that wasn't that cool.
My first bar
got
was
roofied.
a gay bar in Hawaii called Angels. We watched The Stroke of Midnight. We were like, all right, let's go to a bar. And we
Good
saw
word usage, the stroke of midnight.
Wink. Saw Angels. I said, that sounds like there's women there.
Yeah, it does.
And then we walked in. I had to take a piss, so we go straight to the bathroom. I noticed a lot of tight shirts and chains. I'm sitting in the bathroom. I'm doing my thing, and my buddy comes in and he goes, I don't think there's any other girls here, dude. And then, yeah, sure enough, looking around, there was no women. It was very.
So, who'd you
very
go home
fit.
with that night?
So
Who'd you pick up?
we did end up leaving that bar. This was 2000.
Oh, so it wasn't legal. It wasn't legal then.
Yeah, so it wasn't like accepted.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we had to, on the DL. But we went to another bar, and then my buddy got his ID taken and got arrested back to the ship.
He's like, the gays would never do this.
Yeah.
He's getting in the car.
Yeah, he had altered his ID from like July to June, and then the bouncer was like, "When's your birthday?" And he was like, "July 4th." And they're like,
Rookie
we
mistake.
gotcha. Yeah, he'd forgotten.
I
that
never
he
had a fake
was
ID.
Drunk. I had several. My first one was an albino black dude, curly red afro, Arizona ID. A buddy of mine, because they last for 50 years. So he's like, fucking take mine. I'll just order another one, whatever. And it worked. It worked. And I think it was like the most honest reaction I got. I was at a motocross. I tried to buy beers, and the lady just looked at it, and she's like, looking at me, looking at the ID, looking at me. She just goes, hands me the beer.
They don't pay me enough to give a fuck.
Yeah, she's like, whatever, he's trying.
That's a good person.
Yeah.
That's a really good person.
She's a sweetheart. She's a sweetheart.
We always just had somebody in college to just buy us alcohol. We just had an older person at all times. And I never wanted to go to bars.
Is that person always just a piece of shit?
He was a really sweaty Asian dude who just loved Adderall. It's what he went for as Halloween.
Adderall?
Yeah, he just stuck circles to his body. And he's like, they're pills. And he's sweating the whole time. It's crazy. Sweaty Asian Matt is what I called him.
Creative.
He hit me up recently. He does music now. I'm like, dude, I just needed you for alcohol. I don't want a friendship.
I feel like most dads, they don't want their son to get an earring.
Yeah.
They
What are you
veer
trying to
away-
say, dude?
They veer away from it, right?
Right.
But I feel like Mark seems like he'd be the type of dad that like would encourage his kid to like
My kid would have
His
his
nip-
ears pierced as a kid.
His kid's
Like,
gonna
I feel
go
like
to
he seems
school.
like a dad that would want his kid to get his nipples pierced. Like, come on, bro, you should
Do it.
You should
If the
probably
kid-
get your nipples pierced.
If the kid suggests, I would push him
and your
towards
kid's
it.
straight, he's like, fuck that, dude. Like, he's not with it.
I'm like, you should
Mark's
try
kid
alcohol.
is gonna be straight as a fucking arrow. Like,
yeah, he's not gonna be with any of this edgy.
They're like,
Plus,
no,
if you get your
have you
nipples
seen my-
pierced, girls are like, "Hey, I have mine pierced too," and they show you their tits.
you know what?
It
though?
happens. My psycho friend he got his nipples pierced.
I love
and he was
boobs,
like, "Dude,
Danny.
you should get your
Danny, I
nipples
love
pierced
tits.
because girls will always show you their." I was like, "No, I'll just hang
should
out
get
with
your
you.
nipples
Like,
pierced,
why-
dude.
I don't need to pierce my nipples."
I did have my nipples pierced,
And they
it was
never,
my first piercing.
and they're
I got.
always hard, right?
Let me speak for the whole group.
Permanently
And just say, ew, dude. What the fuck, man? Gross, Dan.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
They never healed. After 2.5 years, they never healed, and now they're always hard.
That's what I have a cousin, and he's like in the summertime. My friends are like, "What's going on, Tony?" They're just fucking hard as shit.
Just bing.
You excited, bro? You excited, Tony?
Awesome.
It's body modifications are fun.
Did you see a lot of tits because of it? Where girls like, "Me too."
I mean, not a whole lot, but I saw a couple.
A couple.
You know, it was cool. Like, people would want
Like
to play
one
with
girl.
them and shit. And I'm like, all right, you can. And they're like, watch out, it's pussy.
Oh.
Yeah, you know what pierced nipples taste like?
House
Fucking
keys.
pus and blood. Yeah, they don't heal. They look nice, but you don't want them in your mouth.
So you didn't get it. I'm taking they didn't get you any pussy.
Pussy.
Not with words like that. He's like, "What? You want to see my pussy tits?" And they're like,
Yeah, they're like, are your nipples pierced? I look down, there's wet spots on my shirt, and I'm like, oh yeah.
"She's
What's that
lactating."
from Zach and Mary make a point? I'm gonna fuck you in the puss. It's puss as in pussy. Oh yeah, because I was like, who would fuck puss?
That's kind of how Colin says it. He's like, "Pussy, get some pussy." Guys, I
Talking
think,
about mustache.
yeah,
Talking about
glow winky,
glow
The goat.
winker. Everybody checking your phones.
glow stick.
I guess that's
Yeah, check your time.
I heard
because-
Amy really fucked up a trigger warning last night. Would she do some type of joke that people didn't like? Who hosts?
the church podcast.
Who hosts that, Mike?
It's the 4 black guys. I think. Why? What happened?
What'd she do, dude? Like,
I don't know if I had to take a guess.
I
Probably
wasn't
just
there.
wrote peanut. I don't know. I have to ask. This has been the Jerks Podcast, guys. Thank you so much for watching and listening everywhere. We appreciate every single one of you. Adam C., Danny Hamel, Dan McCarty. It's been the Jerks Podcast. Mwah, I love you.